Even though Korbel was established in 1882, Korbel does not have a mission statement. Korbel has always been a privately owned winery and does not need to have one. Korbel is the clear number one method Champenois California champagne in the United States, number four in the world for their price range. Korbel outsells the closest competitor, Domaine Chandon, by three times and is still, on average, $1 to $2 less expensive when compared with similar products. There are many competitive barriers to entry, which include consistency and reputation. Korbel has a reputation of consistency in price and taste. Korbel does not change the recipe for all of their products, which is why Korbel has received letters from people stating that a bottle of Brut champagne tasted in 1970 tastes the same today. The winemaking staff also has not changed for many years, which helps maintain consistency. Korbel does well regardless of the national economic state because of their low and affordable price range. People will always celebrate special and memorable occasions such as weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, etc. When the economy is down, people that normally pay for expensive champagne, for example, J Winery's $29.99 Brut, will more likely try Korbel's $9.99 Brut and will typically stay with Korbel because of the great taste and low price. Technology is always advancing in the wine industry, but it is also very expensive to upgrade or purchase new equipment. The majority of the production equipment gets imported from Europe, which makes it difficult to order parts or get technical support quickly. In agreement with the North American Free Trade Agreement, Korbel ships champagne and brandy to Canada and Mexico while agreeing to all of their strict rules and regulations on how the products should be packaged and shipped. Korbel is compliant with all county, state, and federal laws. The majority of the people that buy Korbel today are Generation X and Generation Y.
Korbel Winery is located in the Russian River Valley of California, a lush, fertile valley that the Korbel family has resided in since 1872. The Korbel brothers came to California in hopes of striking it rich in the gold rush. Unfortunately, they were too late. With little options left, they moved north from San Francisco to start a lumber business and settled where Korbel Winery is located today, the Russian River. After clearing out a large amount of land from tree cutting, the brothers sought a way to utilize their newly empty land. They sent soil samples to UC Davis, and the test came back that said their soil was perfect for wine grapes. The brothers quickly adopted this new good and began creating champagnes. Since then, Korbel has gone on to become the number one selling American champagne producer. Korbel uses a multi-channel distribution plan to get their products to the consumer. They place their products in supermarkets, convenience stores, and just about anywhere you can buy alcohol. Korbel will be sold there. At these easily available locations, your choices are limited to 6 out of the 15 champagnes that Korbel produces. The other 9 champagnes that you cannot get at these stores can be found at the Korbel Winery in-house store. There, one can pick from the full spectrum of wines that Korbel has to offer. Along with the physical winery, the full offering of wines and champagnes can be ordered through Korbel's website as well. Because Korbel makes champagnes, there's a lot of time in that process and a lot of storing that goes along with that. Korbel stores their wines in their own private warehouses on the Korbel property to let their wines age and mature.
Product. Korbel produces champagne sold to customers, but their product is much more than just champagne. Korbel produces brandy and different wine varietals exclusively sold in the tasting room. They also offer their guests tours and tastings at their fabulous estate, wine clubs, recipes for cocktails and meals, and how-to tips that are offered on their website for public use. The grapes grown by the farmers are the raw materials used in making champagne. The land where the winery is located and surrounding land where the grapes grow are installations. In order to run the winery, major equipment such as tractors, the disgorging machinery, and the cork labeling machine are expensive and extremely necessary. The capital items at Korbel are the barrels and tanks, which are used during the fermentation process and can be reused but depreciate over time. The process of bottling and packaging champagne is very particular. During secondary fermentation, which is the final steps of bottling, the bottlenecks are dipped in a freezing liquid called dinolene, and the deposit accumulates at the top of the bottle. The temporary cap is taken off and the deposit is removed. Dosage is added to the wines to make the desired taste. Lastly, real customized corks seal the bottles. The corks are oversized so that when inserted into the bottle, the internal pressure and bubbles are preserved. The mushroom-shaped cork needs stabilizing to avoid an unintended pop. To secure the champagne, corks are covered with a wire enclosure that is twisted shut with exactly 6 half turns according to the champagne tradition. The bottles then receive an iconic white capsule, a signature of Korbel, and labels are applied. The name Korbel is a registered trademark and it is written at the bottom of their website. A Korbel product line example is their family of champagnes, which includes different grape varietals and methods of finishing the champagne that changes the nose and palate of each champagne, but they are all under the same label. Some of the wines within the family include Natural, Brut, Riesling, Sweet Cuvée, and Sweet Rosé. An individual product within the Korbel's family of champagne line is their Korbel Brut, one individual brand and style. This champagne is a 1% dosage level and a varietal composition of French Colombard Chardonnay and Sangiovese. The champagne is a consumer product because it is made on the premises and is for the final consumer. One can buy the bottles of champagne at the winery or purchase them at selected retail stores. Some customers love the product so much that they enjoy their wine club and purchase the bottles monthly. Other customers, according to Yelp and TripAdvisor, enjoy the property and the customer service level, but the champagne is not their favorite. Their quality is measured differently by each individual consumer.
Korbel is one of the leading champagne makers in the United States. Many people have used their champagnes for small celebrations, such as New Year's Eve parties, to big professional competitions. They communicate their information to customers through their website, which was started in 1999 by their CEO and president, Gary Heck. It has a variety of options to choose from to find out more about the company, what they are selling, and what events are coming up. Korbel uses events and press releases to promote their existing products to the public. They make themselves easily accessible by providing their number and other contact information directly on their website. By doing this, it gives a personal aspect to the selling as well as giving the company an opportunity to clear up any confusion that customers may have about the product. By being more available to the customer, they in turn are more inclined to purchase Korbel's products as well. Regarding advertising, Korbel uses their multiple press release dates as a way to advertise their champagnes to the public to keep them interested in the product. During the holidays, especially Christmas and New Year's Eve, they do small, simple, and to-the-point commercials so that when the public goes to buy champagne for their gatherings, they will have Korbel in mind. Korbel also uses social media outlets such as Facebook and Twitter to get their name out there. They have a variety of events for publicity as well. Some of them are for club members, while others are for the public. Some of their events include the Celebrity Champagne Spray-Off and the Toshiba Classic. They also have events that are for charity, which generates good publicity. Korbel does a lot for their community as well as those studying in the wine business. One example of this is how Korbel donated $1 million to Sonoma State University's wine program. They also have wonderful ratings on websites such as Yelp, which is essential because customers look to these websites for real and honest ratings. They try to avoid promotions regarding the price of champagne, but regularly place promotions on shipping. While they can't legally say free shipping, they do include the shipping cost in the price. While some may purchase specifically for the Korbel brand, typically customers purchase the sparkling wine or champagne because of the general product idea. However, Korbel stands out with their unique promotion strategies, which keep customers interested and invested in their product.
Price. Korbel Winery continues to make its champagne and wine at affordable prices but still provides great quality for its customers. The price of their champagne and wine bottles ranges from their Sweet Cuvée at $10 to their most expensive Le Premier champagne at $25. This price range is very reasonable and consistent with the competition in order to satisfy customers. Korbel uses a status quo objective by keeping their prices consistent even if the price of supplies increases. All pricing goes through Brown-Forman, which Korbel has had a contract with since 1965. There are a few factors that determine the total variable cost, which includes price of the grapes, labeling, corks, and bottle. Being a member of any of the 6 wine clubs gives you access to Korbel's limited and special releases, exclusive access to library wines, and discounts throughout the year. There are also private events that are only for Korbel's club members and their guests, such as winemakers' dinner, picnics, and summer parties. The wine club is an example of flexible price policy because different prices are offered to different customers for the same product. There are 6 different wine clubs offered by Korbel Winery. For example, a Silver Club member would receive 4 bottles and a member of the Jade Club would receive 12 bottles quarterly throughout the year. The advantage of being a member is that you receive 25% discount year-round savings on additional wine purchases and 25% off merchandise purchases. You can purchase Korbel's champagne at select local retail stores, supermarkets, and restaurants. Retail stores purchase 1 case of Korbel and receive 3 free. This is an example of stock allowance. When you purchase a wine or champagne through these intermediaries, you are buying them at a markup price.